You can try your first 30 days for free of the HerbRally Schoolhouse at herbrally.com/schoolhouse and just enter coupon code podcast at checkout. We release epic new video classes each week. We're building a growing library of diverse herbal education in video, audio, and written form, co-created with some of the most experienced and highly esteemed herbalists around. We want to be kind of like the Netflix of herbalism, if you will. One more time, to learn more, head to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And don't forget to use coupon code podcast at checkout to try your first 30 days for free. A little bit of housekeeping before we get into the show. The content in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to cure, diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease. This information has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. We are not doctors, nor do we play one on the internet. Please seek advice from a qualified healthcare professional. Okay, MC Calico, take it away.
Yeah. Smoking herbal blends. We need some mullein and some kush, my brethren. While listening to HerbRally podcast again. Herbalism at its finest with Mason Hutchinson. Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is Mason and welcome back to the HerbRally podcast. Today's episode is with herbalist Heather Sanderson, and she's going to read you a little snippet from her book called Dreaming with Birch. Dreaming with Birch takes you on a journey into the world of the trees and plants through introducing concepts of active imagination, shamanic practices, and how to connect and dream with plant and tree spirits, and what that means. This short book provides insight, encouragement, and practical application for you to discover or strengthen your relationship with the plant and tree world in general, and birch in particular. So Heather has a company called Majestic Wisdom Publishing, which you could find out more about her and her work at majesticwisdompublishing.com, or just click on the link in the show notes. She's got a ton of these short read books, along with a lot of other offerings. So one more time, check out Heather at majesticwisdompublishing.com. This also is on our YouTube channel. If you want to watch the video, just go to youtube.com/c/HerbRally, or search for HerbRally in the search bar. It'll pop right up. It's actually our latest video, so you could watch the video to this podcast there as well. And a quick favor, if you've been enjoying the HerbRally podcast, please take a moment to go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star ranking along with any sort of written review. It really helps us out a lot in the searchability and the Apple Podcast algorithm, if you will. It also brings a smile to our face because we read every single review. So thanks for doing that, and now on to the show. Enjoy.
Hello, HerbRally community. Welcome. My name's Heather Sanderson, and I want to thank Mason so much for inviting me to come and read from one of my tree or plant spirit short books here on the podcast, on the YouTube channel. And I have 21 of these books available. And they've been such a process and a journey to write and create and co-create with the plants, really. I had no clue that this is what I would be writing, to be completely honest. And the very first plant that appeared at my shoulder with a nudge and a push saying, write with me, was dandelion. And since that first initiation, that first experience of journeying deeply with dandelion and writing everything that, at least in that moment, wanted to be said or spoken or brought into the world in one of these packages, which is kind of like a workshop. We cover off how to work with and connect with plant or tree consciousness, what that even means. And then there's a bit of an introduction or a story of mine to give a personal touch. And then diving into the medicine, folklore, and spirit of the plant or the tree that you're reading with. This all culminates in a journey. So when Mason asked for me to record this, I asked which plant or tree wanted to come to you. And Birch answered the call. So Dreaming with Birch a tree spirit short read. And the part we're going to dive into today is the journey. So journey into the dream with Birch. Before we start, you might want to take a few moments to center yourself. Take a nice breath in, release. Maybe another. And then find a place to be comfortable, either seated or laying down. You might pretend or imagine this is a bedtime story. So let's imagine you're cozy in your bed, about to go to sleep, when you see a glowing golden door appear in front of you. As you move toward the door, it opens, and you step through and find yourself standing in a barren land of craggy rock covered with ice, as far as you can see. To your left, there's a frozen ocean filled with sharp icebergs. You can feel the cold of the ground underneath your feet. And as you look down, the ice around your feet melts from the warmth of your body. You start to venture into this new land, creating melted footprints with every step you take. Notice how you feel in this place. You look up at the cloud-covered sky, and you can see the silhouette of the sun hiding behind the gray-white. The clouds start to move across the sky, slowly at first, and then with more speed. They start to move toward you, coming closer, until you stand at the bottom of a staircase made out of clouds. You take the first step and then the next, moving higher and higher up into the sky, moving through layers of air. Notice how you feel. As you reach the top of the staircase, there's a white puffy cloud waiting for you. You sit on the cloud and it travels with you safely on it across the sky. You float through the air with freedom and ease. In the distance, you see a gigantic golden light. The glow pulls you towards it. And as you arrive, you see a floating forest of birch trees. The trees are white and silver, stretching up further into the sky, their leaves making a dome of gold. You step off your cloud and explore this forest in the sky. You can hear the trees whispering to one another. One tree calls you to her, and you approach, placing your hands on her trunk. She invites you to climb up into her branches. You climb up, finding the perfect branch to sit on. Allow yourself to be held by the birch tree. As you sit, the golden leaves start to vibrate and shiver around you. Then you notice that each leaf has an ancient symbol inscribed upon it. You are surrounded by an ancient language. You reach up and take the leaf closest to you, holding it in your hands. When you look at the leaf, you see a shape or a symbol. Ask this shape or symbol what it means. Receive an answer. The leaf glows brighter and brighter, and as you keep watching, the symbol disappears and is replaced with a word or an image that shows you where you come from. See where you come from clearly. Ask any questions you may have. See the answers appear on the leaf. Then, with this knowledge, now ask what you need to start in your life. What needs to happen next? Receive the answers that come. A scroll of birch bark appears beside you with all of the answers you need recorded upon it. You take the scroll, then look at it. Feel what's written. Keep this scroll with you as you climb back down the tree, giving thanks for all that was given. You ask what you can do. You ask Birch what you can do for her. Receive whatever answer comes. Walk back through the floating forest of shimmering birch. Feel the energy here. Keeping the knowledge you have received with you, step back onto your cloud and sit or lay down as the cloud takes you across the expansive sky. Notice how you move through space and time. The cloud arrives at the top of the stairs, and you walk back down through the sky. Each step disappears behind you as you descend, back down to the land. The land now transformed. The ice has melted, and all around you, you see plants and trees. Notice any creatures or beings moving around you. The land is luscious, vibrant, beautiful. Feel the beauty around you. You navigate through the land with ease, returning to the golden door from which you came. The door opens and you step through the threshold, coming back into your body and back into your breath, bringing all the knowledge you received back with you. Once you are back fully from this dreamy journey, you might write down feelings that emerged, any information about where you come from, what you need to start, what you will do for Birch, or continue dreaming in some other way. Take your time. There's no rush. If you'd like to learn more about the spirit of Birch, her medicine, the practical ways you can work with her or bring her into your life, you can find out where the book is. You can find out more on my website at majesticwisdompublishing.com. Thanks again, Mason. Thanks again, HerbRally. Thank you, Birch.